Ooh, I'm live. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Ooh, it's great to have you here for another day of the Gita Sadhana. It's day 28, which means we've been at this for a full 4 weeks. Congrats to you. And I am so ecstatic. I just put the almanac information in below in the description. So if you don't see it, you might have signed on before I saved it, and you can just hit refresh at the end. But it's about 20 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday. You can see outside. It feels like spring to me. So this can lead into our theme du jour. I did have someone post a comment asking, how do I stay warm out there, especially the past couple days in Northeast Ohio? So I thought, well, there are certain techniques I can't share through this forum because there are contraindications for them, like heart disease, which is really common in this country. So I don't feel comfortable doing that. You can always set up a private session with me if you feel like you want to go that deeply, but I will share a couple of tips over the next few days. So, first tip, more of a lifestyle tip, and that is simply get out in the cold. I know that sounds silly, but get out in the cold without a coat, even just for a short time. You can have shoes on or a long shirt, but feel the cold. Um, I think we may coddle our bodies a little too much. And I'm not saying everybody, but here's a life story, not a Bhagavad Gita story. I lived next to a person who, up until the time it was 70 degrees Fahrenheit here, would keep the heater on. And as soon as it hit 70 degrees Fahrenheit here, the air conditioner kicked on. So it was always 70. And I remember thinking, ooh, that person must be uncomfortable going outside if it's anything other than 70. Our bodies have this tremendous ability to adapt. So just get outside. I noticed that today because we had a little bit of fresh snow. Yay. And I had to take the trash out and do a little uh, moving of the snow to get the trash out. And as soon as I opened the door and the cold air hit my face, my body knew it's like, oh, it's this time. And it started revving up. I could feel the furnace starting. And I could go out with, no coat on and no, just really minimal protection. And I was super fine. So just let yourself feel the cold. And this gets back to the Bhagavad Gita, being able to stay ourselves in the extremes of life, to be true to ourselves. We can't do that if we're always in a bubble. We have to let ourselves actually experience extremes gradually, not in a way that hurts us, but gradually, so that we can realize I can adapt to them. I can adapt to that. I can adapt to being praised. I can adapt to being belittled and ridiculed, because let me tell you, no matter what you do, you're going to get praise and you're going to get ridicule. So how do you stay true to yourself and not let that sway you? How do you stay yourself in heat and cold? Okay, second, more practical tip. Mudra is amazing. The mudra I use when it's coldest is Brahma, the mudra of, well, the absolute reality, the creator, the one who made all this happen. That's a lot of energy that it takes to make all this happen. So this is an energizing mudra that actually, if you experience seasonal affective disorder or other forms of depression, it can help with that. So I'm going to scoot this back a wee so you get a good view. Brahma Mudra. The thumbs are tucked inside the other fingers gently. You're not squeezing. And then the backs of the hands from the first knuckle up to that second knuckle. You sit back and you let them come. I like to have it at about solar plexus area. And I can just feel, I'm sensitive to mudras because I've been doing them for a while, but I can feel the energy recirculating. It's like instead of letting the energy go out into the cold, it's gathered back in and it forms a loop. And you can do a little pressure here. So if you're feeling cold inside, or if you want to venture outside, you can give Brahma Mudra a shot. And when we do the meditation today, if you'd like to try that, you can see if that affects your physical temperature or your emotional temperature, your mood. All right, well, we're going to get to it. Like I said, I'm excited. I still have to keep the door shut because the tech is not happy when it's below freezing. I thought I lost my camera yesterday. I thought it froze. So I'll go out, I'll keep the door shut, I'll knock when I switch sides for the balance pose, and then I will come get my timer for the meditation. So, shall we? Let's do it. Whee! Make sure you can see. It's a little wobbly out here because as I'm standing there, the snow's melting under my feet and it's changing my balance. And I can feel like the snow melting on top of my feet too. It's really cool. All right, meditation time. It's really warm. I threw a little snowball at you. Hope you liked it. Anyway, the dedication for today's class is Albert Einstein, and I'll talk about why more tomorrow, but dude, what a big brain. And if you want to hear more stories, if you want to learn more of those techniques I talked about that I don't really want to teach without actually seeing you, remember a new Bhagavad Gita class starts tonight, and you are most welcome to join. There's the link. For those of you who are going to be there, I'm so excited to talk about the theme of how to create more peace in yourself and your relationships in your world. And whether you're joining or not, I hope I get to see you tomorrow. It's been an honor and a pleasure as always. Have a wonderful day. Ooh, where's that button?